This is NKD, the rank 1 Mcginnis right now, and we're going to analyze how he can have a 64% win rate at the highest level. We're going to try go over the highlights of this match and skip some of the filler. He's starting off pretty high up, making sure to get all of those last hits, getting all those souls, seeing if he can deny the enemy any souls. And I'm not sure if this is just a camera glitch, but it looks like he's aiming at the wall. Playing pretty aggressively here. And now he's going to charge in with his wall and try and catch this Bebop out. Unfortunately, the Grey Talons now just come round to help. He's going to have to get out of there. He's getting pretty low. The Grey Talon's going to chase. He's going to try and bait the parry. Unfortunately, the Grey Talon doesn't fall for it. She's going to keep chasing. Ooh, unfortunate movement there. But somehow she manages to escape. And she's going to be able to get back to base. Or she's going to stay in. This is pretty risky by them. Obviously, they want to get as many souls as they can. So they're going to try and make their way back in. They desperately don't want to go back to base. She's going to have to play very defensively here. You can hear that Grey Talon just on the right there. Finally, the healing trooper manages to give her a little bit more health. Gives her the confidence to go up a little bit more. Now the 2 from the Grey Talon is just doing insane damage, but she finally gets healing her medicinal spectre even. Now Vindicta's low as well. She's going to use her wall just so that she can confirm all these souls here. You see, that's why Mcginnis is such an annoying person to play in lane, because she can just put up a wall, confirm all the souls, and just basically freeze the lane out as well. And you can see she's playing a little bit far back. She's going to kind of run it into his laser a little bit. I think she was actually trying to stop him from getting the last hit there. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work out, so she's just going to go back and do this little camp here that's just spawned. She's going to use the Guardian as sort of a defense against the Grey Talons too. Unfortunately, she gets pulled in by the Bebop and gets a bomb put on her. That's going to do major damage to her. Now she's in a very dangerous position here. She's going to have to try and hide and play very defensively. Honestly, this has been a pretty rough lane so far. They're doing good on souls, but it could very easily flip quickly. The charge shot from the Grey Talon does a lot of damage. And the poke that both of these heroes have, even Bebop as well, because he can punch a minion, put a bomb on him, and punch a minion on you. It's just, the poke that they both have is just so annoying to deal with. We're going to finally see him pick up healing right. He realizes that he's definitely finding it rough in this lane. He's going to need the extra sustain. And he's going to try and go up on this ledge and hopefully get a sneaky pick on the Bebop. He sees, he catches the Bebop out. Gets parried, unfortunately. The Bebop does massive damage with their melee. Fortunately, he gets the parry as well. Unfortunately, the wall goes down and the Grey Talon manages to finish her off. They did manage to get the Bebop, though, so it's not all lost. Shouldn't be too much of a loss, though. She's going to be able to get back pretty quickly. He notices that the Vindicta's pretty low, so he's going to try and push out this wave to keep her safe. Unfortunately, the Bebop comes out of the side, hooks her, manages to get the bomb on her. She tries to go for the parry, but it doesn't mean too much. And the bomb is just going to do insane amounts of damage. And now since the wave's pushed up, she's going to go and take this time to just get some crates. Hopefully get a couple more souls. She's going to pop the healing right as well. Very good timing. Just while she's doing some crates. Definitely not going to take any damage now. While the wave's cleared, she's going to take this chance to go and try and gank this Abrams here. Help the Eternus hopefully get a kill here. She tries to block him off and the Abrams should go down here. I think at this point she knows that she's not really going to get too much done on her own lane. So she's probably looking to just help other people out, see what they can get done. And that's pretty interesting. She uses her wall while farming as well. And I think that's because of the 15% damage amp you get. I don't know if the 15% damage is really worth it to have it on cooldown as well. But obviously with Mcginnis's gun just being so good, she can really start farming quite early. And especially while they're sort of getting harassed so much in lane, it's probably a great idea to go and farm it. Now she's got herself set up on this bridge. She sees the Bebop, she knows he's going to try and hook her, so he runs away. Now the Grey Talon is doing a lot of poke with that 2 ability of his. Now he's going to go back onto this spot again. Tries to throw down the wall. And the Lash comes in to help, throws her into the turret, and they manage to kill her. And the wall there completely blocked off the Bebop from helping at all. Now they're going to hard chase this Bebop, hopefully kill him as well. He manages to grab the Vindicta. And now he's ulting. The Mcginnis counter ults and manages to save the Vindicta. And now they're going to be able to do some damage on the Guardian. And they should be able to get it. I mean, just the insane amounts of damage that Mcginnis just does to objectives is crazy. She can just shred them down in seconds. And now they're going to back off. And Mcginnis is honestly really great for farming with her turrets as well. You know, she probably didn't even need to fully kill those minion, fully kill that camp there. She could have just left it for the turrets. Now we're going to see her rotate to the Infernus's lane as well. Hopefully they're going to take this Guardian as well. They're going to chase that Abrams down. And they actually managed to get the Abrams. He realizes they don't really need her help, so she's going to rotate back onto this lane. Hopefully try and defend this Guardian. No point in just losing it for free. And we can see on the left there, the Vindicta and Infernus are getting ganked. Infernus goes down, and I imagine the Vindicta is probably going to go down. It looks like she's going to escape, though. It does seem like we're going for a turret build here, actually. We got Rapid Recharge, Suppressor, and Mystic Vulnerability. So definitely going for more of a turret-style build. And it's been a full minute since the buffs have spawned, so it's surprising that they're still there. But she manages to get the gun buff. And now she's very much primed for any fights. So pushing it wouldn't be a bad idea. And she probably should be able to get this Walker right now. I mean, you really can't just leave a Mcginnis on a Walker on her own. I mean, she will just shred it within seconds. And she does manage to get it. Now you can hear the Abrams ult. Pops a wall. Unfortunately, the Abrams doesn't actually manage to do as much damage as you would have thought. She manages to absolutely beam him. The turrets are doing just so much work right now, especially coupled with Enduring Spirit as well for the extra life steal. Unfortunately, the Grey Talon is probably going to get away, but still, it's just insane that he was able to do that much. Manages to somehow get on that wall as well. Very interesting. Now she's got the Grey Talon and Dynamo chasing her, and she does have a bit of a soul leader, so she might be able to do something. Unfortunately, you can see the Moen Krill below, and he is going to manage to finish her off. Probably should have stayed up on that wall. I'm not sure if he meant to go down. He probably didn't, to be honest. Very unfortunate not to get the kill on the Grey Talon there. And yeah, we can really see she's definitely going for like a turret-heavy build, which kind of makes sense. She's built Heroic Aura, which is going to help her turrets even more, give them more fire rate. And yeah, we're just going to see her push these waves out a bit. And a very interesting strategy with the tier 3 camp. She actually walls off half of them so that her turrets can mainly take down one. And then she unbinds the wall so they can get the rest as well. And now she notices a Dynamo all on his own. Now she's going to try and gank this Dynamo here. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like she managed to trap him. So she's just going to push this Walker, I guess. Staying next to your turrets is not a bad idea here, to be honest. She does have 2 charges back now, so she's going to be able to set that up. She pops Heroic Aura, and she is probably going to manage to get this Walker as well. Dynamo pops the ult on her, and now she's just praying that those turrets get the Walker, and it looks like, oh, they just couldn't do it, and now she's getting chased by their entire team. She gets stunned by the Abrams ult, and now she will go down. But she did get a lot of damage on their Walker, so it wasn't all lost. They are probably going to be able to get that at some point. And she just goes straight back to trying to get that Walker now. She notices the Dynamo's being pretty aggressive here, so he probably has some backup coming on the way. And you can see on the map that the Grey Talon was actually on her way, so it was a good decision that the Mcginnis left. Realizing that she's probably going to lose if she tries to fight them. Although her turrets are actually doing insane damage, especially on that Grey Talon. Now the Ivy's going to come to rotate, and she feels a lot more confident pushing up here. And finally, they are going to manage to get that Walker. There is a big team fight going on over here, so Mcginnis is just going to teleport over, see if she can't do anything here. And now it's starting to really kick off here. People are going down like flies. I think he's questioning whether to join this team fight or not. He wanted to just get that jungle camp quickly. He's going to push out this wave and hopefully help out. Now the Grey Talon finally notices her, and she's going to try and do some damage on her. Mcginnis is just going to run away here, try and survive. Hopefully get close to her teammates. But there's no one really close to her, so she's going to be very sneaky here and try and crouch and hide. She knows that the Grey Talon and Dynamo are out there. And I mean, the Moen Krill is also close by. The Dynamo doesn't notice her, which is insane. She's just going to crouch so that no one can hear her. She sees the Vindicta, so she feels safe to come out now. And they're actually going to push up this Walker here. Hopefully they're going to manage to get this. You can see she's just shredding it. Unfortunately, the Moen Krill is going to come from behind and ult her. And now she's in a bit of trouble here. She gets the wall, stuns the Moen Krill a little bit. And now she's going to be able to run here. And she's going to do everything she can to get out of here. She pops the Divine Barrier. Unfortunately, that thing's going to go very quickly. And she is just running for her life right now. Unfortunately, it looks like she is going to go down here. They are going to get their Walker. So Mcginnis is just going to rotate here, see if she can't pick off anyone. Also, she just needs to push this wave back. And you see a lot of the enemy team are grouped up here. They're clearly looking for a team fight now. She's going to get the wall off. Bebop's going to jump down, though. He's going to get double bombs on her. He's getting low HP though. The turrets almost finish him off, but unfortunately they don't quite get him. Mcginnis is now going to ult. They managed to get the Moe and Krill, and now she's targeting the Grey Talon. Unfortunately, I think he's going to back out even. All the turrets are going to get her. That's insane. And now his team's going to manage to get the Dynamo as well. And that's just the power of Mcginnis late game with turrets. One of the best at holding any objectives in the game. Now she sees that Abrams and she tries to just cut him off here. Unfortunately, the wall gets cut in half and the Abrams manages to escape. And that was a really good team fight for them. So they're going to push this advantage and go get mid-boss now. And now they're going to take mid-boss and it's going to be pretty easy to take. No one can really contest it. The Abrams does have his ult, but I don't believe that he's got unstoppable on it yet, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And the Mcginnis is smart to position herself up here, making sure she doesn't get stunned by anything. And we're going to see the Bebop contest this, but he just gets absolutely shredded. And they're not going to push too hard. They're just going to push their lanes out. It's still relatively close at this point, so they definitely want to make sure they have an advantage going into a team fight. And again, we're just going to see the Mcginnis farm a little bit here. We do see a team fight going on over here, but the Mcginnis is just focused on pushing out these lanes. And now we can see she's going to take this Walker as well while they're all focused on this team fight. This is pretty dangerous for the Mcginnis here, because she could pretty easily get ganked. She notices that Abrams there as well, but he couldn't really do anything to her. She's going to go back, and she's actually going to get Spiritual Overflow. And now she's going to be very, very powerful. With escalating exposure as well, yeah, her turrets are going to be doing a lot of damage now. And now the Reju buff has run out, but they're just making sure to push these lanes up as far as possible without getting into too much trouble. Puts a wall up behind her. Try and stop the Paradox from doing anything. She's going to try and gank this Dynamo. Unfortunately, she's not going to manage to get him off that zip line. She's just going to do a little bit of farming as she waits for her team to reposition around her. And now they're really ready for a team fight. You can see on the map, basically everyone is here now. And now this is very much the beauty of Turret Mcginnis. She can just set up and hold choke points. She manages to wall off the Dynamo. Incredible wall. And now those turrets are just absolutely shredding the Moe and Krill. Unfortunately, he manages to get away. But now they're going to shred the Bebop. Now he's really low. Unfortunately, Mcginnis is going to go down, but her turrets are still doing absolute work, and they pretty much shredded most of the enemy team. The Bebop, Grey Talon, and the Moe and Krill all had to go back. Fortunately, that team fight did not go their way at all. Almost all of them except the Lash are dead. Thankfully, though, they did push up their lanes, so the enemy team's going to have to spend a little bit more time than they'd want just pushing up these lanes. And now, again, her team is stationed on this left side of the map, so she's just going to go on the right and push these lanes. No point in committing everyone over to the left. They'll just be able to get a counter push on the right here. Now we're going to see her rotate to hopefully push back this lane that's been pushed up pretty far. She's just doing jungle camps as she makes her way over there. Fortunately, she's going to be caught out by the Moe and Krill, who's going to ult on top of her. Somehow she manages to survive. She set up her turrets underground here so that if anyone really tries to finish her off, they're going to be in big trouble. Her Medicinal Spectre is going to heal her up, all the way back to full, basically. And I guess she's just going to go back to farming. Her teammates managed to get that Moe and Krill, and now they've killed the Abrams as well. And now they are trying to, they are going to try and get mid-boss. Oh, there's only really the Bebop trying to contest here. She's going to wall it off. And they got to be careful here, as there are still quite a few Amber players here ready to take that. There's the Dynamo as well, who's going to be especially dangerous. Fortunately, they managed to stun him out of his ult. And now this Bebop's desperately trying to ult, but he should go down as well. And now they've gained a really big advantage on the other team. 2 more are dead, and now they have Reju. They can make a big push now. Now you can see these objectives are going down so quickly. Even without the gun really... Even without speccing into the gun, her gun just does so much damage anyway. It's just an insane fire rate just straight off the bat. And I mean, with the amount of tier weapon items she has anyway, she's going to be doing a lot of damage either way, really. And this is a very nice placement in the mid-boss area so that she can get all these targets here. So she isn't going to stay in a Medicinal Spectre, which is interesting. I wonder if it is fully maxed up, so she would have gotten a fire rate bonus if she did just stay there. She picked up Leech and superior cooldown, so now Mcginnis is going to be an absolute problem. And now she's picked up Diviner's Kevlar. So, yeah, Mcginnis is a big problem now in this game. Unfortunately, Rejuve has expired, but they still should be able to push and finish this game off. You can see she's really setting up a big choke point here on this bridge. I'm guessing they're just trying to secure the buff that comes out. I'm guessing they let the Ivy take that gun buff. She's going to go pick up this spirit buff, which is going to help her turrets a lot. And now this is the real power of Mcginnis. She can really just set up massive choke points like this. And now those turrets are going to be doing absolute massive harass to the enemy team. Unfortunately, she does get ulted by the Mo and Krill. But a little bit of a bot play by the B-bot to hook her. Because it just means that it gives her just a chance to run away, really. But unfortunately, she goes down either way. And now we're going to skip a little bit forward. Sapphire are playing pretty defensively, just pushing out their waves. Now mid-boss is back, and Mcginnis is going to actually try and just take it on her own, which, I mean, she's more than capable of doing. She's setting up a massive choke point here with her turrets. Bebop's trying to contest, but, you know, if he drops down, he is going to be absolutely screwed. And he's going to just drop his bombs all on there. A little bit of a waste of the medicinal spectre. But with superior cooldown, Mcginnis can just pop turrets down like nobody's business. She's going to ult as well on the mid-boss. And they're just going to try and take this as quickly as possible. Anybody trying to contest this is just going to get absolutely beamed by all the turrets. As you saw there, the Dynamo just got absolutely domed. And they managed to secure the Rejuvenator. And now this feels like the game is over now. Half their team is dead. Abrams low. Bebop low. Grey Talon useless. They can't really do anything. Nice ult to secure that. And now she's gonna set up a choke point here. Can't get the Grey Talon, unfortunately. Still doing massive damage. She pops, because her ult popped, she got Divine Kevlar, so she's got loads of shield as well. She got 2 medicinal specters down at the same time. This is just absolutely crazy. Which means the fire rate buff is just stacking. And this is just absolutely crazy. Bebop just hitting her into the spawn, trying to do as much damage as possible. It's not going to make a difference. They're going to manage to get the Patreon, and that was very well played. And we can see the stats. I mean, you know, Mcginnis didn't need to dominate in kills. You know, she dominated in basically everything else.